Take her ass to Applebee's. Because if you took me somewhere top tier and I was all for you then, and then you call me next week and we pull up at Applebee's.
Are going for that?
If she don't, pass her ass up.
Facts. And if she says she don't do coffee dates for the first face-to-face meetup, leave her alone. A lot of these films are only going on these dates for the free meal and to see what it could get out of you.
Most women are, what he said, are saying they deserve it, but they really don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, have some self-awareness. Like,
women are delusional.
Yeah, like every woman feels that they are exactly that they're entitled.
Like the lady in the Dallas pod who's like, I deserve monogamy, but yet I'm not going to put out. I'm newly celibate. It's just like what she's saying, like for certain, like for a long courting period and all this. So they're delusional because they have this unrealistic expectation of what they feel they deserve.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year? Depends where they live. I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making 100,000.
Do they understand what it takes to actually make your first six figures? I highly doubt it. They can want whatever they fucking want, but a lot of these women don't have an understanding of what it really takes for a man or for anybody to make that six figures. And it takes time to develop those characteristics and those traits to be able to cultivate that amount of money.
For a family of four, I keep making like 350.
Thank you. This is the thing, guys, ladies as well. You can't find what you don't define. And the problem is, you ladies are all looking for men who are making this income that's that high. And what percentage of men in this country earn $300,000 or more? Out of 100%, what percentage?
In this country, less than 2%.
Right. So you and every other woman is looking for the same the one guy out of 100. This is why you can't find him. Because that one guy, you're all looking.
These women don't want coffee dates. They only want a $1,000 restaurant. It's called NPD, isn't it? Narcissistic personality disorder. Women tend to have a great deal more of it than men. The three worst inventions for women are magazines, cameras, and Facebook, which seem to feed their insecurities about their looks and status. I couldn't give a fuck about what people think of me, but women care about how everyone likes them, while at the same time not caring what their partners think of them. Women only hang around to sponge off the male. The second they realize they can't get anything more, they leave for the next male victim. Then they scream, "Poor me, the last guy didn't give me this or that." Then it happens again, with the next guy, then the next guy. The problem is always the guy in their view, when the only common denominator is themselves. I find it hilarious. Did an Uber drive once with 4 women, and all of them said the male was the problem for them leaving. Yes, 4 single women who dumped their boyfriends over not being provided stuff they felt entitled to. Even a complete nut job wouldn't believe their stories. Women won't change, so they keep getting the same result, and then complain about it all the time. If I start doing that, I want to go to a mental institution. Do you see what goes on in social media? It feeds these women's egos 24/7. Likes from thousands of thirsty guys who've never gotten IA'd before, just giving them constant validation. Women need validation. They'll chase anyone who doesn't give it to them. They're attention vampires. When have you not seen a woman want attention? They're attracted to the guys who don't give it to them. And they reject the guys who don't give it to them because it was never a challenge to get their approval. How does this feed into their being entitled? Because as they get more attention, they feel like they're owed something. Look at Instagram models. They get hundreds of thousands of likes and comments. They get so much attention for looking average that they feel that everyone needs to give them what they want, or risk listening to them complain about you being misogynistic. Not just social media, but society itself. Women complain about not being equal, but I'm just convinced they're just incapable of seeing the bigger picture, due to their default mindset being that of an emotional and irrational way of thinking. Proof? Women say I feel and men say I think. That's proof enough. Women are literally catered to in our society. They're these pure and innocent beings who can never hurt anyone. We all know that's far from true, but the judicial system doesn't care. 9.5 times out of 10, you will see a woman win in court against a man. A man will be fired just because a man said hi to a woman. And because she didn't like him, She claimed sexual harassment. That's happened before. They won't even have HR investigate for fear of bad PR. They'll just fire the guy. Women can get away with stealing a guy's sperm from a condom and not be tried for it because, in the court's eyes, you weren't wearing protection. Do you see the kind of shit they can get away with? Not even because they're hot, but because they're women. Would you not feel entitled? These women have learned since childhood that if they behave in a particular way, they get what they want most of the time, because thirsty men give them anything they want to get in her pants. Women like this have weaponized their sexuality and as such deserve nothing. I recently found a TikTok video posted on Reddit which featured a girl cleaning her boyfriend's apartment. She made it clear it was his place that she got to stay in despite having no income of her own. The guy worked long hours and subsidized her, which can be an absolutely reasonable arrangement. And she did not pay rent. The entirety of the comment section was filled with people lambasting her for being a pick-me, whining about red flags, and telling her that she deserved so much better. I seriously do not understand this. So the guy should both work, pay rent, and do all the cleaning, whereas the girl should just exist and freeload. Not sure what else the takeaway is, if even small gestures of kindness are apparently pick-me behavior. I see this all the time on FDS as well. They expect the man to organize, pay for everything, do all domestic housework, serve as a free therapist, but God forbid women have to do emotional labor, run errands, and cater to their every whim, while all they offer is their existence. Seriously, there are posts on there about how he's only a high-value man if he cooks for the woman every day after he finishes work. Sometimes they try to justify it with the burdens of motherhood, but 90% of them are child-free anyway. My conclusion is that if these women aren't hot, some 2 out of 10 neckbeards will tell them they're hot, and they'll take the ugly slob's compliment in full, even though she'd never look at him or acknowledge his existence in real life. Women, for the most part, are mentally stunted at 14 and can somehow get validation from sources that shouldn't exist. Women shouldn't vote or hold positions of power, let alone be running our households, schools, and country. It's no wonder America is disintegrating. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers!